Welcome to this new video, aka episode 2 of Kaisser Imperium, or my take on what if the Central Power and thus Germany won the First World War. So we were left with the end of the First World War, the beginning of the Russian Civil War, and let's get started. The Russian Civil War is still going on, and without much of a surprise, the Soviets have the advantage, considering they have most of the industry now. Germany, is still against communism, but they're kind of broke, so they won't literally launch an invasion against Russia. That would be stupid. But they try to take some few territories. For example, Finland takes this area without really asking anyone, and they also got things such as Latvia expanding a bit, although it's just small border dispute. Although the Soviets won't do much about it since they kinda can't. But yeah, the Germans are definitely trying to take as much land as possible without destroying completely their economy. So the Soviets managed to capture most of the western part, and they go up to the borders of the Central Power's puppet states, and they then basically go in Siberia. Not really, just go to the important part of Siberia. Basically after a while, I don't think I need to really say much, but yeah, the Soviets win the Civil War, so that's what we're left with, basically the Soviet Union being smaller than in our timeline. Like in our timeline, so you get some white army generals going into Mongolia, proclaiming themselves as descendant of Genghis Khan, but in this timeline, since the Soviets aren't in a strong position like in our timeline, they're in a way weaker position, and they're really scared of Germany. So Germany still hates communism. They don't actually make the gamble of sending forces here because they're scared of a potential German invasion. And now we'll go to Austria-Hungary. Now Austria-Hungary is in a really weird position because, as you can see, both Austria and Hungary did separate gains. Hungary gaining just southern Romania, and Austria gaining puppets all over the place, as well as a bit more land here in Italy. And honestly, with this, the Hungarians are like see that they kind of got screwed over, and they're like, okay, we don't like this. We're not definitely equals, and they're complaining and they're asking for more autonomy. Now, Austria has a choice to make, because you see they also want Poland instead of Germany getting it, because one, if Germany gets Poland, that would basically mean that Germany could threaten the Habsburg at any point and whenever they want, and two, the Habsburg also have ethnic Poles in there. But if they do that, that means that they might not be able to, actually secure Hungary. So they gotta make a choice. So they go to Germany and they make a deal. Basically, they don't want Poland to exist because they don't want this to revolt. Poland is getting partition, and also we're getting us partition. And now, basically, what is agreed upon is, the pre-Napoleonic partition borders of Poland. Something around this is dead, and this way, Germany still gets land, and Austria is limiting, probably limiting at least the rebellion. So everyone is kind of happy. And now with this being freed up, Austria is going to, because they know that they're in a stronger position compared to Hungary, and they're going to use this at their advantage. And instead of, increasing Hungarian autonomy, they're going to do the exact opposite. And the Hungarians are going to be like, are you kidding me? And so they're like, well, that's what you want in society war. And now Austria, knowing that they're more powerful technically, they will do something, because Vienna is still pretty close to the border with Hungary, so they'll also grant any minorities except for the Czechs, because Bohemia has a lot of industry. Any minority that revolts and helps against the Hungarians is going to get more autonomy. And obviously you get things like the Slovaks joining the party, and also, well, the Croats, because technically they're supposed to be their own kingdom, but Hungary kind of doesn't care about that. And now with this, the Austria managed to capture Budapest, although they didn't manage to capture it for long. But with also other minorities revolting, Hungary will try to push against the Slovaks and use the Carpathian Mountains. But Romania, which is Romania, not this Romania, which is a puppet kind of Austria, is going to be is just going to invade there's the Hungarian puppet, so that's not good for Hungary. But not only that, but the ethnic Hungarian Romanians in southern Transylvania are also revolting. Now Austria knows that this might be a problem, so they're also sending forces around here to calm down the Romanians, and maybe shooting a few revolters, but don't worry about that. And yeah, basically this is taking a long time, probably 1 or 2 years for civil war to finish. But at the end of the day, with Austria having the advantage, they're gonna win, and this is going to lead to a peace treaty. Now, for a little reminder, this is, we don't count like this. This is Hungary before the civil war, and this is after. Now the changes colors because basically the Austro-Hungarian compromise doesn't exist anymore. It has been revoked, so it's not anymore the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but it's the Austrian Empire all over again. Now, I know that some of you may think it's the argument that the fact that the new Archduke, I forgot his name, but more or less should be on the screen right now. Well, he's a reformer and all that, but you would be forgetting one thing, and it's the rest of the mostly German population, which wanted more power inside of their own empire. Either that or joining with Germany, and obviously, well, Germany is out of the question for the new Archduke, so he kind of found a workaround. Basically, he's trying to make the Austrian Empire work like it did, in kind of the early 1700s, with basically some part having more or less autonomy, but not really. I know I'm bad at explaining things, but yeah, so this is the Austrian Empire. Now this is happening, but that does not mean it is stable, because first of all, other minorities will now try to get more autonomy. So what will happen is that there will, especially for the South Slav, there will be a change in territory. So the Kingdom of Croatia will get this, basically most of Bosnia and most of the Dalmatian coast in general. Now this is a kind of a risky move, considering this, and considering the whole pan-Yugoslavism thing, but that might just worked out in making the Croatians, which were under the Hungarians, since they were an autonomous kingdom inside Hungary. So yes, which is kind of funny each time I think about it, because that means an autonomous kingdom had an autonomous kingdom, because Hungary was an autonomous kingdom instead of the Technique was an equal partner. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, this is finished. And now you might ask, well, why, what is, now this Austrian Empire relying on? Because it can't rely really on nationalism, so why didn't it fully collapse? Well, actually, Hungary, and now the Austrian Empire has some sort of nationalism, which was, kind of a Catholic nationalism, so basically, uniting the empire through Catholicism, which kind of doesn't work, because, you get Ukrainians and Poles. I mean, Poles are Catholic, like, Ukrainians are, Orthodox, and same for the South Slav. But, yeah. Now, outside of Austria-Hungary, there'll probably be things happening, especially with the British Empire. Now, first of all, you'll still get the historical Irish Revolution, which might be more fun to deal with, because, you're broke, even, those they don't have soldiers this time, dealing with the Turkish War of Independence, because, well, it doesn't happen. That might still be a problem, because, again, less economy. Well, I don't think, they will necessarily lose the first revolt. They'll probably just give Ireland dominion status and making it a dominion, except for Northern Ireland, because, Protestantism stuff and all that. But, so now we got Dominion of Ireland, and there's more or less under British control, which I think is fair to assume now. Another thing that is going to revolt is probably India, which, will revolt, sure, maybe even like a bit more bloodshed in our timeline. But yeah, no, the British are not letting that pass, and are just probably doing even more horrible things than they did historically, which is telling. Now another, really unstable victor outside of Austria-Hungary, which just dealt with its instability, more or less. It's the Ottoman Empire. Now, the Ottoman Empire may have grown, but they may have grown a little too much. And honestly, yeah, that might be bad. So what are they gonna do about it? Simple. You see, all those regions? Yeah. Let's just say that they're basically how to put it down in a way that YouTube won't ban my video. Let's just say that some Greek and Armenians and all that will disappear in mysterious circumstances, if you know what I mean. But yeah, note that, because that might get the Ottomans. Because that might get the Ottomans to die sooner than expected. Now we go to the United States of America, which, yeah, no, the economy is cooked. Like Britain and France, kinda can't repay their loans, because, well, yeah, this can't. So it's going to be like the Wall Street crash is going to be even worse than in our timeline. And I wouldn't go as far like as it going in a civil war, but like we're pretty close to that. So basically, hopefully nothing bad happens else than that. Well, hopefully. Anyway, that was it for today's video. Hope you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. That was the police story, and see you next time, I guess.